Poe himself officiated the wedding of his friends. If he felt the same rumbling in his guts that everyone else did as the ceremony proceeded, he was too cool a customer to show it. But he must have, for when it came time for him to ask if Snap Wexley took Kare-kun to be his wife, he only got as far as, "Do you, Snap Wexley, take Kare-kun to be your..." before his insides erupted in the most atmosphere-ripping flatulence the galaxy ever heard. Everyone laughed, because they sympathized. Their insides were doing somersaults as well. But Poe Dameron was always cool, and he began again, asking, "Do you, Snap Wexley, take Kare-kun to be your wife?" managing to get the whole sentence out that time. Snap was not so lucky. "I," he began, and what followed was a four-alarm fart that lasted longer than the ceremony itself had thus far. A wave of laughter washed over the crowd, and then again when Kare, in disbelief, yelled at her soon-to-be husband, and then let out a deep, meteoric toot herself. She slapped both hands over her face, completely embarrassed, as Snap, Poe, and everyone else just let their laughter rain. Because soon, everyone who'd eaten that crackling pudding was sounding off like firecrackers, tooting and honking and letting loose with all kinds of gassy exclamations. It was mortifying and uproarious all at once. Mattis stood beside Joe, who emitted a high-pitched "wheet," and that was unlike anything anyone had ever heard. Oddie and some of the others struck up a happy musical beat, and everyone on the Resistance base laughed and danced and farted late into the night. Joe didn't punish J Squadron because, as he said, no one would ever mention the event again but in hushed whispers. But Mattis knew Joe had other reasons. It was because he'd had fun. It had been wild and silly, and there wasn't a lot of opportunity for that in the Resistance. Fighting against the forces of evil was serious business, as it should be. But sometimes it was helpful to let loose and laugh. Mattis suspected Joe knew that, and that was why he didn't exact any punishment. "So, thanks," Mattis said now in their cell on Vodron, and as if to punctuate his point, Mattis released a prolonged, monotone fart.
Oh, no.